happens when two musicians fall in love while creating music together, get engaged after lightning-fast wedding planning, and throw a wedding featuring custom Vivienne Westwood gowns that cost more than most people's houses. Well, you get Demi Lovato's absolutely stunning California wedding that just happened, and I'm about to break down every luxurious detail that has the internet talking. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. If you love celebrity weddings, you need to know about Demi Lovato and Jordan Jutes X wedding that just happened on May 25th, 2025. This isn't your typical celebrity wedding story because what we're looking at here is something truly special. This is a love story that literally began in a recording studio, turned into a whirlwind romance, and culminated in what industry experts are estimating could be a multi-million-dollar celebration. So grab your favorite drink, hit that like button if you love wedding content, and let's get into all the incredible details. First, let's talk about how this whole love story actually began, because it's honestly like something out of a romantic movie. It's January 2022, and Demi Lovato is working on their rock-influenced album called Holy FBI. They're in the studio with various collaborators, and in walks this musician named Jordan Lutz, who goes by Jutes. Now, Jutes wasn't just some random guy who wandered into the studio. He was brought in as a serious songwriter and collaborator, and he ended up co-writing 3 out of the 16 tracks on Demi's album. But here's where it gets interesting. Demi later revealed that they hadn't written love songs in years, but working with Jutes inspired them to write Forever For Me, which became the closing track of the album. So we're watching this professional collaboration slowly turn into something deeper. They're creating music together, they're spending hours in the studio, and you can imagine how that creative energy must have been building between them. By August 2022, the world found out they were officially dating, but they kept things relatively private at first. What I love about Demi and Jutes' relationship is how thoughtfully they approached going public. They didn't rush into the spotlight as a couple. Instead, they took their time building their foundation. It wasn't until February 2023, almost a full year after they started dating, that they made their red carpet debut together. This tells us so much about their approach to both love and publicity. They wanted to make sure their relationship was solid before dealing with all the public scrutiny that comes with being a celebrity couple. And clearly that strategy worked because by December 2023, Jutes proposed in what People magazine described as a personal and intimate proposal. But here's where Demi's personality really shines through. Most people get engaged and then spend months or even years planning their wedding. Not Demi. They revealed in interviews that they met with their wedding planner just 1 month after getting engaged. When asked why they were moving so fast with the planning, Demi said they wanted to avoid wedding stress by staying ahead of the process. This gives us such insight into how Demi approaches big life events. They're planners, they're organized, and they don't want to leave things to the last minute. It's actually a really smart approach when you think about it. This was going to be a full-scale luxury production, and every detail was going to be carefully orchestrated. Now let's talk about what everyone's really here for, the fashion. And oh my goodness, Demi absolutely delivered on this front. We're not talking about one dress here, people. We're talking about multiple custom Vivienne Westwood creations that are probably worth more than most people's cars. For the ceremony, Demi wore a custom Vivienne Westwood dress made from heavy silk satin with a distinctive corset bodice. The dress was corseted and off the shoulder, which Demi said perfectly complemented their body type. Demi described this reception dress as a one-of-a-kind piece that makes me feel so special. And when you hear about that level of craftsmanship and customization, you know we're talking about serious money. Custom couture from luxury fashion houses like Vivienne Westwood typically commands 5 to 6 figure price tags, and that's just for one dress. Demi had 2. Despite all this luxury and high-end planning, one of the most beautiful aspects of this wedding was how intimate it remained. The guest list was carefully curated to include only immediate family and closest friends. The wedding took place in California, which immediately tells us something about the potential costs involved. California's luxury wedding market commands premium pricing for everything: venues, catering, photography, coordination services. Especially when you're serving celebrity clientele who require additional privacy and security considerations. One thing I really respect about how Demi and Jutes handled their wedding is their sophisticated approach to sharing the details with the public. Instead of just posting everything on social media, they worked exclusively with Vogue magazine for the official wedding photos and coverage. This strategy is brilliant for several reasons. First, it gives them complete control over the narrative and how their wedding is presented to the world. Second, working with established media partners like Vogue ensures professional documentation and high-quality presentation. And third, it likely provides some financial compensation for the exclusive access. The timing was also perfect. Details emerged immediately after the wedding, which maximized impact while preserving the intimacy of the actual celebration. They shared specific details like fashion choices and vendor collaborations, while keeping financial information and many guest details private. It's a masterclass in celebrity privacy management. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What did this wedding actually cost? While Demi and Jutes haven't revealed specific numbers, and honestly, good for them for keeping that private, we can make some educated guesses based on the visible elements. Recent celebrity weddings have ranged anywhere from $2.5 million for Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas to $6 million for Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries. When you factor in Mindy Weiss's coordination fees, which typically range from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands depending on the scope, plus 2 custom Vivienne Westwood gowns, plus a luxury California venue, plus all the other elements we haven't even seen yet, we're definitely looking at a celebration that likely cost several $100,000 at minimum and could easily have reached into the millions. What I find most fascinating about this entire wedding is how it represents the evolution of celebrity relationships in the digital age. Demi and Jutes showed us that you can have a whirlwind romance that starts with professional collaboration, take your time building a real foundation, and then invest seriously in celebrating that love in a way that reflects your values and artistic sensibilities. Their approach balances public interest with personal privacy, invests in quality over quantity when it comes to guest experience, and creates a celebration that's both deeply personal and aspirational for their fans. It's honestly a masterclass in how to do celebrity weddings in 2025. The fact that their love story literally began with music creation and songwriting adds this beautiful layer to their entire relationship. They're not just married partners now, they're creative collaborators who fell in love while making art together. That's incredibly romantic and gives their relationship a foundation that goes beyond just physical attraction or celebrity status. So, what do you think about Demi Lovato's approach to their wedding celebration? Are you team spend big on your dream wedding, or do you prefer more low-key celebrations? Let me know in the comments below because I love hearing your thoughts on this celebrity wedding breakdown. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because I'm always covering the latest rich people's news and breaking down all the luxury details you want to know about. And if you want to see more content like this, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep dreaming about your own perfect wedding day.